right. The order of word phrases often does not follow the mathematical order of operations. Therefore, parentheses are needed when translating them into mathematical symbols. I'm going to translate that what that just said, okay? When we read things, we know by the way it's said that we need to subtract before we multiply, or but if we write it exactly word for word how it's said or how we read it, the order of operations wouldn't be followed. So we're going to have to put parentheses to force maybe the subtraction to be done before the multiplication. Okay? Here's an example. 7 multiplied by the sum of 8 and 3. So if I just said 7 multiplied by the sum 8 plus 3, order of operations would make us do that. But it said 7 times the sum of, and so we need to do the sum first, so that we will force the order of operations to this addition to be done before the multiplication. Okay. And so if we have another one that says twice the sum of 3 times a number and 4. So twice the sum, now we have the sum of 3 times a number and 4. So we're going to go the sum of those, and we're going to do twice that. But this, the order of operations says we're going to just do that.
But you put parentheses.
But we want parentheses because we want this twice this whole sum. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So then it'd be 7n times 2.
It'll be how much?
7.
And be real careful. These you can't do anything to, and we'll get to that in a little bit. This is the order of operations says I have to multiply the 3 times the number first, then add the 4. We don't know what that number is, so we can't combine them together. We have to wait to find out what the 3 times that number is. So, and these are not what we call like terms. This does not have an n with it, so
right,
we can't bring them together.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So it would just be no answer?
Right. Yeah. You're just going to have that expression.
Oh, so I'm not
done.
supposed to be finding the answer.
That's
for
exactly
these.
right. The answer is just finding the expression.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not hard.
So we have the product of 15 and 17 is increased by a number divided by 2. So the product of 15 and 17. So what's product mean?
The answer of multiplication.
Very good. So we're going to do 15 times 17. The product of that
Plus.
is increased.
Plus, right?
By a number divided by 2.
Then you just do your division sign.
Yes.
By 2.
Okay.
Oh, you could do it like that.
Right. And so we could, it says the product of these, we could put that there. But I'm going to ask you, what does order of operations tell us to do first?
Well, it isn't either division or the multiplication.
Right. In this case, we have this multiplication here, or the addition. Which does it tell us to do first?
Multiplication.
The multiplication. So do I have to put the parentheses there?
No, because you got the division over here.
Right. Well, because
But that's not going to do anything, so I guess you would have to.
yeah, if I said the product of these two, the product of those two, then add this.
Yeah, that would work.
Automatically, I'm going to multiply that anyway. I'm going to multiply those anyway, so I don't have to put the parentheses because automatically order of operations will be kept.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Okay. So let's do another one. Okay. The square root of the difference of a number and 5 is greater than the cube root of 2. Woo! Big. Okay. The square root. We'll just start slow. Square root of the difference. What's difference mean?
The answer of subtraction.
Right. The difference of a number.
So n minus 5
is greater than.
So you go greater than.
But is it this way or is it this way?
That way.
Yes, the second one. Okay. Is greater than the cube root of 2.
So would you go ahead, you would just write the 2 with a cube?
Yes. Cube root.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right.
So make oh, wait. My bad. I read it wrong. It doesn't say root. It just says then the cube of 2. You were right. I read cube root. It's cube of 2. Okay. And so they put parentheses.
Yeah, because you should do that first.
Right, but since it's how we've made a long square root right here, it implies that there's parentheses.
Oh.
Okay, so you wouldn't have to. If there was more things in there, we could. But this long square root kind of is like a parentheses. Similar to when you had your absolute value and you had two things inside, like your 6 plus 5.
Right, it kind of makes
It
parentheses.
made a parentheses 2. Okay. All right, so let's do one. We don't have that information here. Let's do one where we have, and this one on your notes, those other ones, whoa. When you're taking notes of these next ones, the first one, write it down.
Mm-hmm.
The next ones are so long, you don't have to write them down. You don't even have to write the answers. Just this first one, twice the sum of 3 times the number of 4. Write those words and the answer.
Okay.
This next one you don't have to either because it's here and here, but it'll help you check your work. Okay. 5 more than the product of 3 and 16. So 5 more.
So 5 plus.
The product.
So n. That's the answer of the sum.
It is.
No. Of multiplication.
And what are we multiplying together?
3 and 16.
Okay, so we're doing 3 times 16. So we're doing 5 more than this product. Okay.
So,
Translate the symbols. And not all need parentheses. Do
But
I
that
need to
one
put?
does.
Does this need parentheses right there?
Yeah.
What is order of
But
operations?
I guess not because order of operations already says it's what you do.
Right.
So you wouldn't need it.
So you wouldn't need it at all. That's right. Very good. 6 less than the sum of a number and 7.
So 6 minus n plus 7. Or x or whatever you want to do.
Very careful. This less than means we do something different.
You do that little thingy majiggy.
We do that. Actually, no, is less than means the thingamajiggy. You were right that it was subtract. But if I have 5 things and you have 4 less than
No,
me.
you would have to flip it around because
Yes, very good. So we're going to put the sum of.
So you
6
do n and 7 and plus 7 and then minus 6.
Very good. Very good. We would get a negative answer if we would have done it the other way.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we need parentheses on this?
Uh-uh.
No, we don't. All right. So, the square of 8 added to the square of a number equals 125. So, the square of 8, how do I do that?
The little square thingy.
That's the
No, that's the exponent you would do like
square
the
of 8.
No, because if you did it that way. it'd be
How
the
is it different
square
with
root.
what's 8 squared and the square of? Are they the same?
No.
No, they're not. So which is the square of 8? Is that the 2 at the top or the box over the top?
The the box over the
Box
top.
over the top. The square of 8 added
Plus.
to the square of a number.
So you would do the little box thingy with a number.
Yes, and they're using x, but it doesn't matter. Equals
So the equal symbol,
Okay.
125.
125. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you got it.
Yeah.
I think you're doing. And then they have you do 5 here and then review.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
Okay. Got
All
it.
right.